Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna. তুমি যে গান গেলে তোমার নাম কি? রূপালী? রূপালী মানে কার নাম তোমার? হ্যাঁ, ওর নাম রূপালী। ইয়ে আছে, মিউট হয়ে আছে। তো খুব সুন্দর গেয়েছ, কিন্তু ওই হরে কৃষ্ণ মহামন্ত্রটায় শেষের দিকে আর একটা হরে হবে। যেমন
হ্যাঁ,
কি সুরটা?
হরে কৃষ্ণ
তার তার আগে আগে সুরটা।
হরে কৃষ্ণ হরে
আমার আঙ্গুলি দেখো।
হ্যাঁ
হরে কৃষ্ণ, হরে কৃষ্ণ, কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ হরে হরে। ওখানে একটা হরে বলছে।
হ্যাঁ 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 ঠিক ঠিক ঠিক
রাম
বলেছেন।
হরে রাম, রাম রাম হরে হরে। তো একটা করে হরে বাদ গিয়েছে,
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, সরি সরি।
কিন্তু খুব সুন্দর গিয়েছে, থ্যাংক ইউ। হরে কৃষ্ণ।
হরে কৃষ্ণ।
তো আমরা, so we are reading from Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter. So Krishna is explaining his energy, para and apara, superior inferior energy. After that, he's telling, I am the controller and creator of everything. Not only that, Matta Parata Nanyat. Everything rests upon me, power is strong the thread. There is no one, no truth superior to me. No truth is superior. That means Krishna is everywhere. How will I understand Krishna is everywhere? Where you can see Krishna? Krishna is giving some example. Rasham apshu konteo prabhashmi shashujaya pranava sarvavideshu shabdake paurishanglishu. Rasha test aham I, apshu in water. Konteo, O son of Kunti. Prabha, the light, Oshmi, I am. Shashi Surjaya, of the moon and sun. Pranava, the three letters Om, Sarva in all, Vedeshu, the Vedas. Shabda, sound vibration. K in the ether. Purusham, ability. Nrishu, in man. Translation. O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man. So Prabhupada gave lecture on this so many times. He told, why it is so difficult to see Krishna? When you taste water, wow, this is Krishna. When you see the light of sun and moon, this is Krishna. So you can always experience Krishna in such. This verse explains how the Lord is all pervasive by his diverse material and spiritual energies. The Supreme Lord can be preliminarily perceived by his different energies, and in this way, he is realized impersonally. Okay, another good example we can give, how we can see Krishna everywhere. Just the sun. The sunshine, from the sunshine, sun ray and energy is collected by a tree. And the tree produces grains. And the grains we are eating and doing energy. The grains is going everywhere. So that means sun energy is going through tree grains in the body is there and giving heat in the body. Sun, this is sunshine, heat. Ice is melting. If there is no sunshine, everything will be ice. There is no water. Without sun, there is no question of water. So water is there due to sunshine. And when water is everywhere, that means through sunshine. So this one simple example, we can see how sun can enter everywhere. This sun is the one ray of Brahmajyoti. So if it, that means Brahmajyoti is everywhere. And Brahmajyoti is a bodily effulgence of Krishna. So that means Krishna is everywhere. It is not sentimental statement. One should understand in such way. Science, how scientifically belief? When there is some this type of proof, it is not that one scientist can show you hydrogen and oxygen, but he can give some example so that you can believe. As the demigod in the sun is a person and is perceived by his all pervading energy, the sunshine, or the Lord, so the Lord, although in his eternal abode, is perceived by his all pervading diffusive energies. The taste of water is the active principle of water. No one likes to drink sea water because the pure taste of water is mixed with salt. Attraction for water depends on the purity of the taste, and this pure taste is one of the energies of the Lord. The impersonalist perceives the presence of the Lord in water by its taste, and the personalist also glorifies the Lord for his kindly supplying tasty water to quench man's thirst. That is the way of perceiving the Supreme. Try to understand this example again. How impersonalist also can see Lord everywhere, and personalist also can see Krishna everywhere. How? The impersonalist perceives the presence of the Lord in water by its taste. Taste has no form, so Lord is like formless. They can understand up to this. And the personalist also glorifies the Lord for his kindly supplying tasty water to quench man's thirst. So now one person, impersonalist can understand water, taste, it is impersonal. But this water who is supplying is a person. That is the difference, different type of understanding of personalist and impersonalist. That is the way of perceiving Supreme. Practically speaking, there is no conflict between personalism and impersonalism. One who knows God knows that the impersonal conception and personal conception are simultaneously present in everything, and that there is no contradiction. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya established his sublime doctrine, Achinta Vedavet Tattva, simultaneous oneness and difference. The light of the sun and the moon is also originally emanating from the Brahmajyoti, which is the impersonal effulgence of the Lord. And Pranava, or the Omkar, Om, transcendental sound, is beginning of every Vedic hymn, addresses the Supreme Lord. So this is addressing Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Address, Sambadhan. Because the impersonalists are very much afraid of addressing the Supreme Lord Krishna by his innumerable names, they prefer to vibrate the transcendental sound Omkar. Why? The personalists, they are fearful to accept Lord as person. There are so many, because if we accept as a person, then we have to serve him. But if we believe that he has no personality, so we are free from serving him. Another fear of a personalist, that if we accept Lord as a person, then what are the problems we have due to person? We have to take birth, one will die, will suffer from diseases. So if we accept the personal form of the Lord, we have to accept that also with him. So how it happens with Lord? That is why better to avoid the personal form. But they cannot understand there is another form which is not subjected to the material properties. And Prabhupada told that there is no contradiction. The syllabus of class 1 and syllabus of masters, there is no contradiction. Srishmad Bhakti Jayasam Guru Maharaj said, there is no problem. Those who are masters, they accept this. Class 1 standard is okay. There is no contradiction. But if class 1 student thinks there is no knowledge beyond this, if anybody say there is any knowledge beyond this, we will cut his throat. Only problem arises there. There is no problem in believing both the aspects, Brahmo, impersonal Brahmajyoti, and personal form law. But they do not realize that Omkar is a sound representative of Krishna. The jurisdiction of Krishna consciousness extends everywhere, and one who knows Krishna consciousness is blessed. Those who do not know Krishna are in illusion, and so knowledge of Krishna is liberation, and ignorance of him is bondage. Very powerful statement. Those, I'm reading the last sentence. Those who do not know Krishna are in illusion, and so knowledge of Krishna is liberation, and ignorance of him is bondage. Now, how to realize Krishna? Through the taste of God, through the light of sun and moon, also sound by Om. There's more examples. Punna gandha prithibhyam cha tejaschashmi vibhavashu jivanam sarvabhuteshu tapaschashmi tapasyeshu. Punna gandha, punna, original, gandha, fragrance. Prithibhyam, in the earth, cha also. Tejo, heat, cha also. Ushmi, I am. Vibhavashu, in the fire. Vibhavashu means Vibhavashu, in the fire. What is the meaning of Vibhavari? Vibhavari means night. Opposite Vibhavashu, fire. Vibhavari Shesho, Alok Pradesh. Vibhavari means night. Vibhavashu, in the fire. Jivanam, life. Sarvabhuteshu, in all living entities. Tapaha, penance. So also, Ushmi, I am. Tapashishu, in those who practice penance. I am the original fragrance of the earth, and I am the heat in fire. I am the life of all the lives, and I am the penance of all us ascetics. Purport. Purna means that which is not decomposed. Purna is original. Everything in the material world has a certain fragrance, as the fragrance in a flower, or in the earth, in water, in fire, in air, etc. Like you have experience. If you put some sugar, after some time, ant will come. So that means they can smell the fragrance of sweet also. But we cannot see the smell of sweet. There is sugar, we cannot understand. But an ant can understand the fragrance of sugar. The uncontaminated fragrance, the original fragrance, which permeates everything, is Krishna. Similarly, everything has a particular original taste, and this taste can be changed by the mixture of chemicals. So, everything has some original fragrance and taste. Vibhavashu means fire. Without fire, we cannot run factories, we cannot cook, etc. And that the fire is Krishna. The heat in the fire is Krishna. According to Vedic medicine, indigestion is due to a low temperature in the belly. So, even for digestion, fire is needed. In Krishna consciousness, we become aware that earth, water, fire, air, and every active principle, all chemicals, and all material elements are due to Krishna. Jivanam Sarvabhuteshu, the duration of man's life is also due to Krishna. Therefore, by the grace of Krishna, man can prolong his life or diminish it. So Krishna consciousness is active in every sphere. Krishna is giving more examples. When it is difficult subject matter, we should give example. As many we can give, it is more understandable. Bijam mam sarvabhutana vidhi partho sanatana buddhir buddhi matam ashmi tejashinama. Bijam, the seed, mam, me, sarvabhutana, of all living entities. Vidhi, try to understand. Partha, or son of Pritha. Sanatanam, original, eternal. Buddhi, intelligence. Buddhi matam, of the intelligent. Buddhi matam, buddhiman. Ushmi, I am. Tejo, prowess. Tejo, shinam, of the powerful. Aham, I am. Translation. O son of Pritha, know that I am the original seed of all existence. The intelligence of the intelligent and the prowess of all powerful men. Powerful. Bijam means seed. Krishna is the seed of everything. There are various living entities, movable and inert, birds, beasts, men, and many other living creatures are moving living entities, trees and plants. I'm reading again. There are various living entities, movable and inert, birds, beasts, men, and many other living creatures are moving living entities. And trees and plants, however, are inert. They cannot move, but only stand. Every entity is counted within the scope of 8.4 million species of life. Some of them are moving and some of them are inert. Why this explanation is required? Because we can understand how rare Krishna consciousness is. It's not a sentimental belief. In all cases, however, the seed of their life is Krishna. As stated in the Vedic literature, Jatova imani bhutani jayante Prithri Upanishad. Brahman, or the supreme absolute truth, is that from which everything is emanating. Jatova imani bhutani jayate. Jata, from who? From whom everything, imani bhutani, all this living jayate, take back. He is Brahman. Krishna is Parabrahma, the Supreme Spirit. Brahma is impersonal and Parabrahma is personal. Impersonal Brahma is situated in the personal aspect. That is stated in Bhagavad Gita. Brahmanohi pratishtaham. Therefore, originally Krishna is the source of everything. He is the root. As everything created from Brahma, and Brahma is the effulgence of Krishna. So as everything comes out from Brahma, that means everything comes out from Krishna. Why it is difficult to understand this? Krishna is the root. As the root of a tree maintains the whole tree, Krishna, being the original root of all things, maintains everything in this material manifestation. This is also confirmed in the Vedic literature. Nitya nityanam chetanash chetananam eko bahunam jo vidadhati kama. He is the prime eternal among all eternals. He is the supreme living entity of all living entities. And he alone is maintaining all life. One cannot do anything without intelligence. And Krishna also says that he is the root of all intelligence. Unless a person is intelligent, he cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Krishna is giving more examples to understand more clearly. Bolong bolo batam chaham kamo rago vivarchita. Dharma viruddha bhuteshu kamoshu bhartarsha. Bolom, strength, bolo batam, of the strong. Cha and aham I am. Kama, passion. Rago, an attachment. Kamo, rago. Vivarjitam, devoid of. Dharma aviruddha, not against religious principles. Bhuteshu, in all beings. Kama, Sixth life, Vashmi, I am. Bharata, Rishabh, O Lord of the Bharatas. Rishabh means supreme. Supreme of the Bharata dynasty or Jew. Translation. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am sixth life, which is not contrary to religious principles, O Lord of the Bharatas or Jew. Purport. The strong man's strength should be applied to protect the weak, not for personal aggression. Similarly, sex life, according to religious principles, should be for the propagation of children, not otherwise. The responsibility of parents is then to make their offspring Krishna conscious. Now, Krishna is giving a lot of examples to understand him, how he is pervasive in everywhere. Je chaiva shattika bhava rajashash tamashash matte viditan vidhi natu aham teshu te moi. Je always, cha and evo certainly, shattika in goodness, bhava states of being, rajasha in the mode of passion, tamasha in the mode of ignorance, cha also, ye always, matta from me, evo certainly, iti das, tan those, vidhi, try to know, no, not to, but aham I, teshu in them, they, moi in me. Translation. Know that all states of being, be they of goodness, passion, or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am, in one sense, everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of material nature, for they, on the contrary, are within me. The symbols we'll see in the 9th chapter. Krishna is saying, everything in me, I am everywhere. Everything on me, nothing within me. This type of contradictory word. How it is possible? Then Krishna said, yeah, Poshame Yogameshwaram. This is my Yoga mysticism. What is that? A magician can show any impossible thing. So Krishna is the greatest magician. So what is impossible for him? When he goes circus or in magic, we see something is unbelievable. How it is possible? If a magician can do, why Krishna cannot do that? All material activities in the world are being conducted under the three modes of material nature. Although these material modes of nature are emanations from the Supreme Lord Krishna, he is not subject to them. For instance, under the state laws, one may be punished, but the king, the lawmaker, is not subject to that law. Similarly, all the modes of material nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance, are emanations from the Supreme Lord Krishna. But Krishna is not subject to material nature. Therefore, he is nirguna, which means that these gunas or modes although issuing from him, do not affect him. That is one of the special characteristics of Bhagavan, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. त्रिभिर्गुणमयी भावई एभि सर्वमिदं जगत मोहितं नाभिजानाति मामेव परमव्ययम्. Trivigunoi, consisting of the three gunas, bhavai, by the states of being, evi, all this, sarvam, whole, idam, this, jagat, universe. Mohitam, deluded, no abhijanati, does not know. Mam, me, evva, above this, param abhayam, param, supreme, abhayam, inexhaustible. Deluded by the three modes, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. The whole world is enchanted by the three modes of material nature. Those who are bewildered by these three modes cannot understand that transcendental to this material nature is the Supreme Lord Krishna. Every living entity under the influence of material nature has a particular type of body and a particular type of psychological and biological activities accordingly. There are four classes of men functioning in the three material modes of nature. Those who are purely in the mode of goodness are called Brahmanas. Those who are purely in the mode of passion are called Kshatriyas. Those who are in the modes of both passion and ignorance are called Vaishyas. Those who are completely in ignorance are called Shudras. And those who are less than that are animals or animal life. However, these designations are not permanent. I may either in a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or whatever, in any case, this life is temporary. But although life is temporary, we do not know what we are going to be in the next life. By the spell of this illusory energy, we consider ourselves in terms of this bodily concept of life, and thus think that we are American, Indian, Russian, or Brahmana, Hindu, Muslim, etc. And if we become entangled with the modes of material nature, then we forget the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is behind all these modes. So Lord Krishna says that living entities are deluded by these three modes of nature, do not understand that behind the material background is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are many different kinds of living entities, human beings, demigods, animals, etc. And each and every one of them is under the influence of material nature. And all of them have forgotten the transcendent personality of Godhead. Those who are in the modes of passion and ignorance, and even those who are in the mode of goodness, cannot go beyond the impersonal Brahman conception of the absolute truth. Those who Brahmana, they can reach up to maximum up to impersonal Brahman. They are bewildered before the Supreme Lord in his personal feature, which possesses all beauty, opulence, knowledge, strength, fame, and renunciation. When even those who are in goodness cannot understand, what hope is there for those in passion and ignorance? When even those who are in goodness cannot understand, what hope is there for those in passion and ignorance? Those who are in goodness, they can understand up to impersonal Brahma. So in goodness also cannot understand Lord. Then what is the question of passion and ignorance? Krishna consciousness is transcendental to all these three modes of materiality. And those who are truly established in Krishna consciousness are actually liberated. Krishna consciousness means liberation. Not in Krishna consciousness means condition. Okay, Amritaji Guru.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, on the lowest Maharaj, here in the previous verse, Krishna was telling that, means purport Srila Prabhupada writes that the lawmaker is not inside the law. The king does not have to follow the law. But does it really happen? Because we see that if the lawmaker's child or he himself breaks the law, he also has to go to get the punishment.
That is maybe in the material example. And material example, like if you kill someone, you have to hang. But if the judge gives a statement, sentence to death, so will anybody give that statement to judge? Oh, you have killed him, so we should kill you.
No.
No. Like if you are owner of the company, the rules you have set up for the staff is applicable for you?
No.
In a democratic country, government is like that, maybe. But if it is like you are owner of the company, the rules and regulations for the other stuff is not applicable for you.
Correct. I understand. Yes.
Okay. Namro Shitamate.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhanvat pranams to you. Maharaj, in verse number 9, the last line which says, the duration of man's life is due to Krishna. Therefore, by grace of Krishna, man can prolong his life or diminish it. So, does this mean, is this understanding correct that a Shuddh Bhakt, pure devotee, he has, he can actually leave life, he can leave his body as per his wish. So, does that mean this?
Yes, yes. But devotees are not so much worried about keeping the body or leaving the body. He has no time to understand, to think all these things. He is only interested in serving Krishna.
Mm.
He is so absorbed in Krishna's service, he has no time for thinking, should I leave or should I stay?
Mm. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Chittarishan.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhanvat pranam. Thank you very much, Maharaj. My question is this, like dharma aviridro kamo asmi bharta sabha. So, like religious, this sexual life is only for propagation of children, for like for children only.
Yes. Puttate kriyata bhaja. Sex life only for creation. Guru Maharaj gave the example so many times. It is very difficult to understand about the human being. But animal life, they made only for creation. So animal life is for like that, why human being cannot? So many animals, they meet only during procreation. So at least we can learn from them also. Okay, Nilambari Yasama. You have to unmute yourself.
Okay. Yes, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj, for the beautiful class. Maharaj, you in the beginning you said that the sun gets light from Brahma Jyoti, single ray.
Yes.
Is that?
Yes. Prabhupada gives someone in a dark room. If through a pore the sun comes, it will be round on ball. And with that light, sometimes illumination will be there in the room. So this material universe is dark. The sun is from the spiritual world is sunshine, the sun. And through that, the sun is illumination is there. See, if one day is like that, then what happens in the spiritual world? How much element is this?
Yeah, that is, and the moon also getting from the from Brahmajyoti or from the sun?
From the sun. So that means indirectly from Brahmajyoti.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
So far, Bhagavad as it is. Go.